Hey everybody, welcome back to Shapes.io. I'm Joe Mama, your host. So guess what? Newsflash, we have reached the first point of deviation from the previous version of the game. So we now have this piece that we need to go for. Let's go back to the hub. Actually, we will in just a minute. Look at this piece over here on the left. This is what we're going for. This is a slice of watermelon. That's what it looks like to me, honestly. So hopefully the creation of this shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. It's basically green circles with a red circle stacked on top of it and then quartered. I mean, that's pretty basic. But so I actually developed this. It's kind of cool. This is part of the fun of this game, I think, is especially if resources are no object. But I was able to design this. It actually it could have been done with a tier 1 belt too, actually. But anyway, we unlocked longer belts, and I kind of used them in the process. But I guess I didn't need to, looking at this. But basically, this machine right here, this tile, basically stacks the circles, cuts them in half, rotates the slices, cuts them in half, and then merges them together onto a belt. And so as you can see, we've got this merged onto a belt. And let's go ahead and follow it up. Now, I haven't actually started feeding it into the hub because this is something new, and I have never seen this enacted. But let's go to the hub. Oh, God bless America. Okay, forgot. I keep thinking Factorio. Look, it says to unlock it, we get a belt reader. This is level 14. By the way, level 13 were these fuchsia and white circles, or fuchsia squares with white circles on them, and they were basically just like the teardrop shape we did in the last episode, so there was nothing earth-shattering to talk about. It was just the same shape, so I figured no need to show it. But here, this is different, because now we have this shape, and we have to, rather than feed so many of them into the machine, into the hub, we actually have to deliver it at a rate of 8 per second. And if you look, and I think we went over that in the patch notes, if you look, the transport belt can do 6 items per second, which means we absolutely, in this configuration, have to supply at least 2 belts. So I don't know if we have to do it for a certain length of time, or we just have to hit that transfer rate. I don't know, but in any case, we've got a whole bunch of them built up. So let's go ahead and see what happens if we feed them in, because if this belt is full, in theory, we should hit a rate of 12 per second. But I don't know. It doesn't give an amount. It doesn't give a time frame. Like, it doesn't say you have to do it for so many seconds or so many minutes. So let's see what happens. So, okay, 6.6 per second. Come on. Come on. It's more than 6.6 per second. Come on now. Boom, there we go. So we just had to hit that level. Interesting. Okay, so you've unlocked the belt reader. It allows you to measure the throughput of a belt and wait until you unlock wires. Then it gets really useful. Okay. Interesting. So now we have to do this thing, which again, hopefully should be fairly obvious. Let's go ahead and take a look at the at this. We might be able to stop the flow of these circles. That would actually be pretty good. Of these watermelon slices. It's not on the list of things that we need to go up to the next tier, but this yellow circle thingy is. So, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and cease fire on the watermelon things. So let's just go ahead and cut them off right now. That way we open up a slot. But what I'm thinking is these red circles, we can use those somehow. Good grief, there I go again. Yeah, the red circles we can quarter up to make this mint thing right here. The white circles we can use to make purple pinwheels here. We can do that. So let's start looking at some of that. Tell you what, none of this, again, is very earth-shattering, but we'll be back in just a bit after I figure that out. Okay, so I think we've got the circles taken care of. And if you didn't already know, I'm assuming a bunch of you already did, but when it comes to the primary colors of light, mixing red and green gives us yellow. Yellow is a primary color of pigment, but in this case it's a secondary color. So if you want yellow, mix red and green. And so now we've got our yellow circles here, so we just need to, I think I've got it started over here. I just need to get our red four-pointed stars good to go, and then we'll go ahead and combine them. Okay, it would appear we have our red stars, so we're going to go ahead and hook them up with our yellow circles, which are over here. And so we just need to come up with a stacker, with an array of stackers, which I think I have. All right, so I believe we have got the shape we're looking for the next upgrade and for the next level. So let's go ahead and bring them in. Now we need 6,000 to tier up, but we need 10,000 to level up. So next step is going to be to bring it down to the hub. So let's go ahead and do that now, and I think we'll try to use these unused paths into the hub. But, I mean, unfortunately, everything here we're using, which is kind of a pain. If we look at this, all of these we need to keep supplying into the hub. Though I have a feeling we could probably start to kill some of these earlier ones. In order to tier up to the next level, we could probably do away with some of these, because we've got 90,000... and we only need 8 for the next level. For these half squares, for these stars, we need 7,000. Yeah, we could probably get away maybe with killing those, I would guess. But maybe. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and see if. Oh, good grief! Factorio, you're killing me. All right. So again, let's circles. Yes, they can go away. And can the half circles go away? Because I see half circles as well. Yeah, I'd say probably so. So let's go ahead and we can take all of this and just flipping delete it. Okay, then what else? Do some cleanup here. I don't know about the pinwheels. We're going to need those. We're going to need those for a while, but I think the blue squares here, the blue... I think this assembly right here, I think this whole thing we could probably get away with, I think. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Yes. They always check with you just to make sure. But I think what we'll do... Oops, we don't want to get rid of the tunnels, because the tunnels are carrying the pinwheels. So we'll leave the... Oops, that one actually is not. We can get rid of that one. So, okay. So we cleaned that up. This belt we might be able to use, possibly. And now what's going on here? The pinwheels? Yeah, we said we needed those. Quarter circles... I think we can get rid of those if we haven't already. Half squares here, we can get rid of those if we haven't already. And possibly even these fuchsia circles, I'm thinking. I think we have enough banked up for that. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, red circles. Okay, I think... Oh, what about the stars? Can we get rid of... We can get rid of those, I think. So we can actually clear a lot of this up. I'm surprised the red circles are still there. Okay, see, we got a lot of extraneous feeds going into the hub that we just don't need. These fuchsia circles, yes, I think we can get rid of those. And we can get rid of these quarter circles here. This is something you have to do from time to time. The kicker is figuring out exactly when it is you need to do it. But let's look at, see if we can use this fuchsia circle assembly for something else. I think we might actually be able to. No, I guess not. Nope. We might be able to use the fuchsia mixing, but the circle being fuchsia, no, we can get rid of that. So we've got fuchsia right there, which we can use to mix. We can make pinwheels with it, I think. We just have to find a good source of pinwheels that, like right here, we're probably going to have to split these up and then ditch one half and attach the other with other similar halves to make a pinwheel. Okay, yep. So we got that mixer right there we can keep. This we can do away with. And what have we got here? Those are just the pinwheels. Okay. So I think, actually, let's do this. Where is... We want to bring these things down. I think this shape will bring down on the left-hand side. And if that's the case, then what we'll do is move the pinwheels over all the way to the right. And that frees up 3 whole feeds here on the left. Okay, so we did a little cleanup. That is great, actually. Actually, it's really good. That is really good. Everything else, I think, are things that we need and things that we're getting. Can we delete that? Well, I don't want to delete that because we might find we need it later for whatever reason. Those watermelon shapes, I don't know. Interesting concept, those watermelons, bringing it in at a certain rate rather than at a certain quantity. Okay, I'm going to call them watermelons. I mean, come on, look at them. They look like freaking watermelons. Okay. I need to know where to put these belts. Right here. I'm going to do 2 belts. I'm going to assume it's here. Yep, there we go. Boom. Okay, so that will be for this one here. And then the other one will go right next to it. Okay, these should start thinning out a little bit. In fact, I'm almost betting that when they really start to thin out, we'll be able to put them in at a... We'll be able to actually put them on the same belt. Like one belt will handle it, I'm betting. Okay, so now we're getting those. Let's see if there's anything else we can work on. I suppose, let's see, extraction, not a huge deal. We'll get there. But I'm kind of thinking we need to start working on these. These are a little complicated. Well, we did free up some space by clearing a whole bunch of stuff. We did clear up some space in which we can build assemblies, factories, assemblies of machines to put together these things. So now we can extract these 4-pointed stars, and we're going to paint those green. And let's see, we'll need to go to the rubber stamp land, and I think we're going to need this one right here. We are making copious use of our blueprint capability. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so we put that there, and since we're going to make these green, we're going to extract green stuff here. And I'm going to do a thing. So there's our green 4-pointed stars. Now meanwhile, this one here is building up, and that's not going to be done for quite some time. But let's take a look at a place where we can get red circles and white circles. So let's go to this and right here. Now hopefully it should be obvious that these are the layers. I mean, it actually gives you a key to help you with it, but so we're going to have to quarter up red circles and quarter up white circles and then alternate quarters to create to create a composite red and white circle just like this, and then after that's done, then we stack the green thing on top of it. So that's how that's got to work. So we need a source of red paint for red circles, and this could work for us, but more complicatedly, we need a source of white circles. And this here could work for the white paint, and this could work for the circles. I think that would work, and maybe this could work for the red paint, for the red circles. I think that could possibly work. Okay, well we just got the upgrade for, so we hit 6K for these things here, these little circles on the red stars that we did. So let's go ahead and hit the upgrade and see what the next one is. Okay, so now we got to put white. Oh, you know what? We might actually be able to do that one. We put white stars on top of those. And since we're making white paint over here, we could probably tap off some of that paint and put it on possibly some of these stars and mix it together, maybe? Because this is what we're mixing together, right? Yeah, we might be able to do that. Possibly. Possibly might be able to do that, yeah. I think so, but not at this moment. Right now we're still concentrating on our other project. And we still have... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. By hitting the upgrade, we actually reset back down to 0 for the... bummer. Oh, if I'd have known that, I would have waited to hit the upgrade button. I forgot about that. If you can see what happened, we were up to 6K here, but we dropped back down to 0 when we hit the upgrade button, so bummer there. What is this? Oh, this is the counter, right? You know what? Let's put one of these things on here. Just for funsies. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what it does. Oh, it's checking the rate. Okay, it's checking the flow rate. Okay. Does it say what it is? Okay, belt reader allows to measure the average belt throughput. Outputs the last read on the wires once unlocked. Okay, good to know. So we put one there. That's kind of cool. Never used that before. Alright, so we need to get, what did we say? Red paint down here. And we've got that up here, so let's go ahead and make that happen. Okay, so we've got the two groups of circles. Now we just got to come up with a design that will slice them up and put them back together. So let's see what we can do. Okay, I think we got it. So we got to make a bunch of these assemblies right here that will cut the circle up and arrange all the quarters exactly as we need them. So that's okay, I think. But we'd have to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could we do it? Can we fit them all right here? Let's find out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Barely. Okay, yep, stuff is flowing like it should. That is good. And then basically we're going to have to do the same thing for the white ones. We'll just have to add a quarter turn at the end. We can use the same arrangement, but we're just going to have to add a quarter rotation. I mean, we could actually fix it probably by doing some magic here, but I don't think we're going to spend that time, honestly, to be perfectly honest. I'm not going to worry about that. So now we'd have to make room. So let's go ahead actually and copy this. And let's put them here for the white ones. Let's see, the white ones will have to go... Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's bring this down to leave room enough. Now we should start to see the shapes appear. However, they're going to be the wrong orientation, which is fine. We're just going to have to add that quarter turn. And it doesn't really matter which direction, to be honest. Okay, so then what we want to do is go back to rubber stamp land, and there's a particular piece that I want. This right here. That's what I want. And we're going to copy that. We're going to go back to where we were. And this is, we're just going to merge this right there. We're going to put this right there. I realize that's a little bit of redundancy, but that is fine. And then the next thing we're going to do is stack all of these things together. And I don't think it's going to take that much in the way of stackers to do it. I bet we could get away with 4 stackers. Does that make us our little peppermint thing? Yes, it does. Okay, we are almost at the 10,000 of those little red and yellow shapes. We are almost there. There we are. Okay, so storage, level 15. So storage building allows you to store up. You know, I've never actually used that. If priority is to the left output, you can also use this as an overflow gate. Okay, that's good to know. That must be something new. I've never actually used it. I've never used it for anything at all. So I'm hoping maybe they've got a better function for it now. We'll see. I guess what they're saying is you could use it as a buffer, and I get that. That could work. Okay, but it seems to me like we have got ourselves some little peppermints. Oops, did this stop somewhere? No, it didn't. Yeah, it looks like we got some peppermints. Okay, fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these onto this belt right here. And we're going to merge our belts. Too frickin' easy. We're probably going to have to increase our output of these things, but that's fine. For now, this is going to work. Let's run the belt this way. It's going to go right into the... Oh, quad cutter. Good. So we do the next one, and we've unlocked the quad cutter, which actually is going to make some of these things obsolete. Okay, let's get rid of that. And let's fix this belt, because it is a piece of crap right now. Alright, excellent. So now we're getting those, and we should start seeing this number climb, so we'll work on this one as well next time, and we'll get these other 2 done, I think. And as always, the blue currency is slowly building up. Right now it's at 26,000, so that's pretty cool. We got plenty of currency with which to build blueprints. But I'm looking at this thinking, I mean, just how slowly this is going, that the stackers are running fairly slow, that we could actually probably get away with making more banks of stackers and possibly even increase this, because right now a lot of this is sitting idle. Oh, what do we got here? Why is this not going anywhere? Because the belt is going the wrong way. Interesting. So, let's go fix that. Any other anomalies like that? No, I think they're all good. I think all of them are working, so no problems there. Yeah, so I think just our stackers are going pretty slow. Let's take a look at these where they're cutting, rotating, and stacking. So we would need to increase that, which is exactly what we're doing. So there we go. So we'll work on that, and we'll keep plugging away and see what other what other interesting things we can find in this version. So you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.